Hello students, now I am going to start the remaining part of the circular motions. In first part we were discussing about the angular velocity. So the unit of the angular velocity is radian per second and it is a vector quantity. So when body moves uh, in clockwise directions on a circular path, then the directions of angular velocity will be in downward directions. And when body moves anti-clockwise, then the directions of angular velocity will be in upward directions. So the directions of the angular velocity is in upward directions in anti-clockwise motion and downward directions in clockwise motions. Now I am going to find the relations between linear velocity, angular velocity and the radius of circular path. So these relations can be derived and it can be expressed as the cross product of the angular velocity and the radius of the circular path. So V is equal to omega cross R or V is equal to omega R. Now second note is that the time rate of change of angular velocity is called angular acceleration. Angular acceleration is denoted by alpha. Therefore alpha is equal to delta omega by delta t. This is equal to change in angular velocity by time, and SI unit of angular acceleration is radian, angular velocity radian per second. So SI unit of angular velocity is radian per second and angular acceleration is radian per second square. Now term related to the circular motion. First of all, time period. So the time taken by the object to complete one revolution on its circular path is called time period. It is denoted by t and measured in the second. Now frequency, the number of revolutions completed by the object on its circular path in a unit time is called frequency. So it is reciprocal to the time period and it is denoted by nu or f. Its SI unit is per second or hertz. Now t is equal to 1 by nu or nu into t is equal to 1. Therefore frequency into time period is equal to 1. Note, in one complete revolution, theta is equal to 2 pi, that is angular displacement will be equal to 2 pi radian. Therefore omega is equal to theta by t or 2 pi by t, that is equal to 2 pi nu, where nu is the frequency of the moving object. One question related to angular velocity is calculate the angular speed of the flywheel making 240 revolutions per minute. Here theta is equal to 240 into 2 pi radians or t is equal to 60 seconds. Therefore angular speed is equal to theta by t, that is equal to 2 pi into 240 by 60, and this is equal to 80 pi radian per second. Now some conceptual questions based on the circular motion. Question is that if the acceleration is constant in magnitude but not in directions, what type of motions of the object follows? What type of path followed by the object? That is the circular path. We know that on the circular path the acceleration is constant but velocity changes. Now second question, write the condition when velocity changes but acceleration constant. So in uniform circular motion, the directions of velocity changes, but acceleration remains constant. Now next question, write the condition when acceleration is perpendicular to the directions of motion. So centripetal acceleration is perpendicular to the direction of motions of the body. So the direction of motion is along the tangent, and the centripetal acceleration will act towards the radius of the circular path, and both are perpendicular to each other. So the centripetal acceleration is perpendicular to the directions of motions of the body. Now I am going to discuss about the centripetal force. So the force required to move a body uniformly in a circular path, and it acts towards the center of the circular path along its radius is called centripetal force. Here centripetal force is equal to mass into centripetal acceleration, or we know that centripetal acceleration is equal to v square by r. So centripetal force is equal to mv square by r. But we know b is equal to omega r. So centripetal force can be expressed as m into omega square into r square by r. R to r will be cancelled. So m r omega square. Therefore centripetal force is equal to mv square by r, where v is the linear velocity, and this is equal to m r omega square, where omega is the angular velocity. As for example, centripetal force arises due to gravity